Picture this. You're stuck in traffic. Cars barely moving. Horns blasting everywhere. Your hands gripping the steering wheel while time just slips away. 1 whole hour wasted just to move 5 kilometers. Feels familiar, right? Now imagine something different. You're sitting in your car, but you're not driving. You're reading a book, binge watching your favorite show, or maybe catching up on work. Meanwhile, the car is moving smoothly on its own. It's braking when needed, overtaking safely, and dropping you right at your destination. Stress-free. That's the dream of self-driving cars. A world where driving is no longer our job, where machines take over the messy part. And humans just chill. Here's the thing. Over 90% of accidents on the road are caused by humans. People get tired. They get distracted. They rush. Or worse, they drink and drive. And that's deadly. So tech companies ask the big question. What if we remove human error completely? What if cars could see better than us, react faster than us, and never get tired? That's where autonomous cars come in. An idea that once looked like pure sci-fi, but now is becoming reality right in front of us. And today, we're gonna break it down, step by step, how self-driving cars actually work, why they matter, and how they might totally change the way we live. Okay, let's start simple. Think about how humans drive. We use our eyes to see the road, our ears to hear horns or sirens, and our brain to make decisions. Then our hands and feet do the job. Steer, accelerate, brake. Now that with tech, self-driving cars don't have eyes, but they have cameras. They don't have ears, but they've got radar. They even have lidar. That's a laser scanner shooting out thousands of beams every second, building a 3D map of the world around the car. All that data goes into a supercomputer inside the car. That's basically the brain. It processes everything. It sees the lanes. It reads road signs. It knows how far the car in front is. It even predicts when a pedestrian might cross. Once it has all the info, the system makes a decision. Speed up. Slow down. Turn left. Stay in lane. And it does this in milliseconds. Way faster than any human reflex. But here's a cool part. Self-driving cars don't just rely on sensors. They also use high-definition maps. These maps are insanely detailed. Like, they don't just show streets. They show curbs, traffic lights, even road slopes. Combine that with live sensor data, and the car always knows exactly where it is and what move to make next. That's the core brain. The reason a car can actually drive itself without panicking. Now, this may sound super futuristic, but the idea of autonomous cars has been around for decades. Go back to the 1980s. Some universities in Europe were already trying to make robotic cars. And yeah, they failed a lot. Cars would stop randomly, miss lanes, or just refuse to move. Fast forward to the early 2000s. Things started to heat up. The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, better known as DARPA, launched a competition called the Grand Challenge. The mission? Build a car that can drive across a desert. 150 miles. No human help. At first, it was a disaster. Most cars didn't even make it a few miles. But within just a few years, some teams nailed it, and that lit the spark. By 2009, Google jumped in with a secret project called Chauffeur, later known as Waymo. That's the company now leading the self-driving game. Then Tesla rolled in with their autopilot system. Traditional automakers like Ford, GM, Toyota, all started pouring billions into research. Today, over a decade later, it's not just theory. Self-driving cars are actually on real streets. Some cities in the US even allow driverless taxis. Yup, cars with no one behind the wheel, picking up actual passengers. Wild, right? Let's zoom in on Phoenix, Arizona. Waymo runs a robotaxi service there. You open the app, book a ride, and a car shows up. No driver inside. Just empty seats waiting for you. The first ride feels weird, but people get used to it fast. And many say it's smoother than human drivers. Waymo's cars are packed with sensors. Lidar. Radar. Dozens of cameras. Every second they're crunching millions of data points. If a kid suddenly runs onto the street, the car slams the brakes instantly. If another driver cuts in aggressively, the system adjusts speed and distance. Meanwhile, in China, companies like Baidu's Apollo, AutoX, and Pony.ai are testing hundreds of cars in big cities. The government's backing them too, because safer roads mean fewer deaths. And then you've got Tesla. They're taking a different approach. No lidar, just cameras and heavy AI training. Their cars learn from billions of miles driven by Tesla owners worldwide. It's like collective brain power. Different philosophies. Same goal. Make cars smarter than us. Bottom line, self-driving cars aren't just prototypes anymore. They're here. And they're starting to change how people actually move. Okay, let's be real. It's not all perfect. Autonomous cars still face massive challenges. First, weather. Heavy rain or snow messes up sensors. Faded lane markings confuse the system. Potholes or random debris on the road are tough to predict. Second, the ethics game. Imagine this. The car has to choose. Swerve left and hit a wall. Or stay straight and hit a pedestrian. These moral dilemmas keep researchers up at night. Because it's not just tech. It's human values coded into a machine. Third, public trust. Most people are still nervous about riding in a driverless car. And every time there's an accident involving one, headlines blow up. Confidence drops again. Even if humans cause way more crashes statistically. And then there's hype. Some folks think full self-driving is already ready everywhere. Spoiler, it's not. Most cars today can only handle certain cities, certain weather, and often still need a backup driver just in case. So yeah, the road to a driverless future isn't smooth yet. Lots of bumps, lots of doubts, but progress keeps moving. So what's next? Experts believe autonomous cars will transform life in insane ways. Imagine cities with way less traffic, because every car is synced by smart systems. Imagine accident numbers dropping by more than half, because machines don't text and drive. Don't drink. Don't fall asleep. Imagine seniors or people with disabilities moving freely, no longer needing someone to drive them. It's not just personal travel either. Logistics could change forever. Driverless trucks could save companies billions. Robo-taxis could make urban rides way cheaper. And even car ownership itself might fade away. Why buy a car if you can just summon one anytime like Uber? But hey, this won't happen overnight. It could take 15 to 20 years before it's totally normal. In the meantime, we'll see a slow transition. From cars with driver assist to fully driverless pods. And when that day comes, cars won't just be transport. They'll be living rooms on wheels, offices on wheels, spaces to chill while moving around. And that's a revolution bigger than just driving. It's a lifestyle shift. If you vibe with content like this, hit that subscribe button. Drop a like to support the channel. And share this with your friends who need fresh insights like this. Here's something people don't always think about. The economics of self-driving cars are massive. We're not just talking about cool tech. We're talking about trillions of dollars shifting around. Think about ride-hailing companies like Uber or Lyft. Their biggest cost is human drivers. Take drivers out of the equation. Suddenly, the profit margins explode. Rides get cheaper. Companies make more money. And people ride more often. Same with trucking. In the US alone, trucking is a multi-billion-dollar industry. But drivers need rest. They get tired. They quit jobs because of burnout. A driverless truck doesn't complain. It can run 24 hours straight, deliver goods faster, and cut costs in half. That's a total game changer for logistics. Even insurance could flip upside down. Right now, most car insurance is priced on human risk. But if machines are safer than people, do we still need car insurance the same way? Or will it shift to manufacturers being responsible? Like if a Waymo car crashes, is it your fault? Or Waymo's fault? Then there's the car ownership model. We might move from everyone owns a car to everyone just subscribes to mobility, like Netflix for cars. Pay a monthly fee. Summon a car whenever you want. No parking stress. No maintenance costs. No gas station visits. That's the kind of economic shift that could shake the entire auto industry. Now let's talk about us. Everyday people. Because at the end of the day, tech is cool. But what really matters is how it changes our lives. Imagine parents not stressing about driving their kids to school. The car just handles the morning rush. Kids get to watch cartoons on the way. Parents get an extra 20 minutes of peace. Imagine nightlife in cities. No more drunk driving accidents. People can party, hop into a self-driving car, and get home safe every single time. Think about accessibility, too. For elderly folks who can't drive anymore, or people with disabilities. Self-driving cars could give them freedom again. That's more than tech. That's dignity. Cities themselves could change. Less parking lots. Because cars don't need to sit idle for hours. More green spaces. More room for people instead of metal boxes. Even pollution could drop. Because fleets of autonomous cars can be fully electric. And way more efficient in traffic management. And don't forget mental health. No more road rage. No more endless frustration in traffic jams. You could nap, work, or just vibe to music while AI handles the stress. That's hours of life back every week. Of course, change always feels scary. But if you zoom out, the lifestyle impact of self-driving cars might be just as huge as the smartphone. Maybe even bigger. If you vibe with content like this, hit that subscribe button. Drop a like to support the channel. And share this with your friends who need fresh insights like this.